The question is, why would you want to wake up from a fantasy? If within this fantasy, you experience all the nice things you want, you experience a life that is, it's nice, it's decent, it may be what you want it to be. It could be near perfect, it could be perfect. It's a fantasy. Why would anyone willingly abandon, want to wake up from, leave a fantasy? You know, an interesting thing about The Matrix, the movies The Matrix, especially the second one, where the architect is speaking to Neo, many parts stood out. One part I found interesting was, for all the variations of The Matrix that they made, they found that they all failed until they introduced real human history into The Matrix. So in other words, in creating a past in this fantasy, a past based on real human events, it enabled the humans within the simulation to function better. In some way, by adding in all the good, yet all the dark things from history, from our past as human beings, how in a sense it gave the humans in the simulation hope to a degree. It gave them something to cling on to. In some way, it gave them foundation, something to build on from, which is interesting. So the point amongst my waffle is, a blue pill fantasy is the viewpoint that there's nothing more, there's nothing deeper, nothing darker to the simple understanding of human nature, both male and female, as well as the interactions, the dating, the relationship. It's almost a blindness to the fact that even within this society, your dating options are manufactured. But the point is, you're not supposed to see the manufacturing. You're not supposed to see the detail. You're not supposed to see the matrix. Because those that know that processed, factory-made selling of romance is nonsense, most of them can't unknow it. You may have many ciphers forcibly trying to get back into the system to hopefully unlearn everything they've learnt. The truth is, you can't unlearn reality. The truth is stranger than fiction. It's said so for a reason. Indeed. But welcome back. Glad you could join me again. Hope you're doing well. This is the start of the week, so hopefully this can give you somewhat of a boost to your week. Somewhat of a boost anyway. This of course is Replicant Fish. But waffling over, let's begin. 5 ways the blue pill fantasy causes men to make bad choices in women. In believing the fantasy, many men can't tell the difference between a decent woman, for as far and few as they are. Not unicorns, just, not really bad women, in comparison to a garden tool. A well-disguised, mask-wearing garden tool. Yeah, Slappers Anonymous.
Number 1.
The blue pill is everywhere. As in, the blue pill is the programming of modern society. So everything you see from your movies, your adverts, your popular TV shows, everything is based in the blue pill world. The Matrix, in other words. Selling the dream, the fakeness. Promoting men to be these white knights, to be out there saving women. When the dark side is, these women are empowered beyond most men. And these men caping for them, trying to save them, many of these men become fodder. The blue pill is everywhere because no matter where you look, there's someone simping, bending the knee, following the program, no matter how mad the program has become. Because no matter how much women become garden tools and tell you, oh my god, still, no matter what, that's not so. That's not so.
Number 2.
Women benefit off you being a blue-pilled romantic. You see, there's nothing wrong with loving women. However, stop for a second, don't run with that one. The point is, in this world, men are not the ones that benefit by being the thirsty ones chasing, supporting, propping up, and uplifting women as if they do no wrong. It does not matter how much you love women, how much you care for them and jump to their defense. It doesn't matter. You still should see who the hell you're defending and ask yourself the question, will they defend you in return the same way? Because I don't see nowhere near as much women caping for men as I see men caping for women. From my point of view, women are strong enough. They're good enough. They don't need any help. They have more than enough support. Being a simp doesn't benefit you or women, but the fact is, simps are easy prey. A woman doesn't have to do much for a simp because he does it all himself.
Number 3.
Cypher is always one BJ or blue pill stake away from the fields, the plantation. You know, Cypher in the Matrix was the character that wanted to go back into the Matrix, into the fantasy. He wanted to forget what he knew. But you see, he would have to do that by force. He would have to forcibly forget what he knew. Because in seeing and knowing reality, you can't unknow it. You can try to forget about it. You can pretend you don't know. Yeah. The thing about ciphers is, in having a taste of the fantasy, and your lips still being wet from the taste you've had, the recent taste, obviously it's very easy for ciphers to fall back into the fold, into the fray, into the simulation, because it's far better to be blue-pilled and be comfortable in the bliss of not knowing than to know so much and then question too much, see too many red flags, understand too much even when you're not trying. For many, the red pill forces you to be observant. You have no choice but to see the bullcrap. But there will always be ciphers trying to get back in.
Number 4.
Hope can be more powerful than logic. Simply said, simply put, simply understood, having that hope so strong, that cipher hope, that would erase all sense of logic you have, regardless of what you know. You see, as I said at the start, how they had to implement real human history into the Matrix so that humans wouldn't take their own lives and just fall apart and crumble because they had no foundation. In having some foundation, it means you have a past. In having a past, it means you can think of where you can possibly be going, as in your future. So for some, that sweet, beautiful hope, that blue-pilled hope, would make men ignore every single red flag and grab this woman that's there because she's close, she was available. She responded, she reacted, she gave you some vag or whatever. She gave in to you, whatever it was. All of your logic disappears, because many men can say they understand love and know that love is not this real thing. That yes, emotion and care and feelings, yes, of course, are real. This depth of love, this modern romantic love, oh yeah, you could say that's crap. That's the fairy tale. That's those dumb movies, Love Actually, and other romantic movies I can't think of because who watches that crap?
No one cares.
Number 5.
They're unaware how feminism has changed society. Now, to make a point, I've said before that yes, feminism, I believe, has done certain good things for women. I'm not the sort of man that actually wants a woman to just be a flipping slave or a flipping dog for me. No, I'm not that sort of man. However, when it's to a point where the women are openly telling you as men they don't need you, that they have the WAP and the WAP is so powerful it can move mountains and even move planets, you wish.
Just like a woman.
You flipping well wish. Many men are unaware of the world we live in. They think it's just moving along normally. They are completely unaware of the liberation. Even though it's in their face constantly, they still have to have the blue pill fantasy belief that it's only a few women. That it's only a few. It's only a small amount.
Bullshit.
When they don't understand it's so powerful because feminism is so prominent. It's everywhere. Therefore, the fantasy has to be everywhere for you as a man. You have to have hope. You have to have belief. You have to believe the romance and therefore enact it. Continually enact it. Now, I won't say feminism has changed society completely for the bad, but I would say for the small things I think it has possibly done well. I think the damage it does every single day to men outweighs any good it's doing or has ever done. But the point is, like many simulations, like many fantasies, they have to fall apart for you to see what's real and what's not, to see what's true and what's not, to see whom is true and whom is a simulation, a simulacra, a facsimile, just something fake. Then ask yourself this simple question: what does it make you to love something that's fake, to love something that never existed, to love a fantasy you thought was real? Yeah, I went somewhat deep with this one, but yeah. You can understand women and obviously know that if you're dating women and if you want to be with one, that's obviously, many things could possibly happen. Women are capable of many things. That's why many men choose to remain single and maybe, obviously occasion every now and again, but whatever. But the point is, Whether you love women or not, blindly love them, you should still understand them. But then again, it is the darkness of, once you know them, it's difficult to love them. Yeah. Focus. Observe. Remember. The world is yours. Have a nice day.